Okay, you probably saw the name and said, what, there ain't no way that someone's already complaining about something that didn't come out. And I hear you. Before you start hammering your keyboard with the most diabolical statements known to humankind, hear me out. And at the end, you will see if you want to crucify me. In this video, I want to talk about the subclass and the exotic that are going to come out in the final shape. And in both, I will go like this. Game, then community, and at the end, my thoughts. Let's begin with game.
And then there's Chunky. He's
Prismatic. If you didn't hear, it's the new subclass that is coming out in final shape, and as you can see in the footage, you can use stuff like all the stuff that the game has to offer, like Solar, Arc, Void, Stasis, and Strand. And if you don't see the problem with that, then let me tell you. TLDR. They put most of the busted skills. I say most because skills are up to debate which ones are the best. In every class, in other words, we just got subclass movie. And it is kinda, busted. As you can see, and on top of that, it's pay to win. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it just like, do you want this big, robust, juicy, thick smoothie, or this plain, stinky bottle of water? But we have flavors. We have chili, grape, mint, blueberry, and the fabric of reality that tastes like shaven ice without the juice. But you cannot mix them, never, yourself, without this little mixer for approximately 60 shmekels. So for the Gen Z in the middle row, the moment you get prismatic, you will not go back to original subclasses only if you want to use the other supers, but that only works for Arc, Solar, and Void. But most people are gonna get prismatic and they will look up the best builds for the new subclass and they will stay to the end with it. Continuing to community. This is gonna be the new Galahorn and not in the object sense. I think some of you will know what I'm alluding to. And for those that don't know what I'm saying, it's you need to have Galahorn to join. It's self-explanatory. You have Gali, you raid, you don't, you find another team. And now it's a meme, but for the subclass it's gonna be the same. People are gonna be like, you have prismatic or out. Disclaimer, it may or may not be a small chunk of community, but yet again, it's gonna happen in my opinion. Lastly, my thoughts. I got Bungie. They needed people to buy Final Shape and they gave us a new subclass, but this is a bit much. I would understand if they gave us another Darkness subclass, like we get into the Traveler, and because Witness was there first and his power seeped into this place, and that is why we can use the power of the Witness or something like that and master it. Like, that would make some kind of sense in a way, but we got something that, in my opinion, should be given at the end of our story. Because now we have like lore accurate Guardian, like I'm all for it, but this is not the time for it. This power is something that a developer would give us at the end of a game. Like, this is it. That's all we have to tell and show. Now have fun and make some stupid shit you can come up with. And it doesn't sound good for Destiny because they have a plan for the future if they decide to add another subclass. Like, the moment you add a new subclass, if it ever happens, because the future plans for Destiny doesn't look like a straight up DLC or something, and I doubt they're going to add another subclass, but if it happens, it's gonna get overshadowed by Prismatic forever. And that's all my thoughts and everything I had to say about the subclass. Let's move on to the exotics. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, then long story short, Bungie gave us an exotic class item. So we got a cloak for Hunter, Mark for Titan, and the funny stuff for Warlock, the Kokri. In the original script, I said that they look okay. After looking up the newest screenshots of them, no, they don't look okay. They look like, for Hunter you have a carpet over your head with a crown, Titan one looks the same, a diaper, and the Warlock one looks like a cock ring still, but you will not see it, because the hologram on it is so bright you cannot actually see it, so it might be the contender for the first place. On the exotic class items, this joke was driven from the skeleton reaction to Final Shape or Prismatic. I'm gonna link it in the description, so do not fret. So, besides the looks, let's talk about the use. So, they are quite something. They get 2 exotic traits, and yes, 2, but they get the rundown versions of the exotic traits. But still, it's 2, so it's probably gonna be busted, or at least good, before you get your hopes up. You need the prismatic subclass, because that's the only way to make the exotic work. So Bungie knew what they were doing there. With that, well, this is gonna be speculation. It's not confirmed that the exotic class items are going to drop for people that didn't bought the expansion, which I doubt that they are going to drop, but we shall see about that when it comes out. Moving past that, if let's say you get the perfect roll for your build, and I mean perfect or close to perfect, because the amount of rolls you can get on these is a lot, then I doubt that everyone is going to go back to the old stuff, because who am I to say that that's gonna happen? Oh, this is probably going to be farmed, because the amount of rolls and the amount of perks you can get is a lot, and you probably can build some absolutely unhinged builds with this, so we shall see when it comes out. Some final thoughts. Most of the stuff I wanted to say I said in the entire thing. Some additional stuff like the subclass. I hoped we were gonna get a darkness subclass, which would be, in my opinion, compliant, I guess I would say, with the story. We're going with it, but all we got something else, so I guess people who will buy Fellowship will have some fun. This is probably the actual last expansion for Destiny, like last real one, because the next thing the chapters that they said they are going to release are, sorry to say it, but a glorified season, not gonna lie, and it looks like one. I doubt the story is going to be wild, but I guess time will tell, so no reason to go on a tangent right now. But this is the first and the last video I make on Destiny, and that's the finale of my thoughts. I'm gonna leave in the description a similar or almost similar video from Astecross about almost the same thing, or just the same thing, so go watch it. And so go check out other videos if you like them, subscribe, like, comment. If you like this, if you dislike this video, you can also dislike. It is understandable. You can write in comments what you didn't like about this video. And that's about it. I see you in the next one. You have a nice one. Stay safe, you beautiful bunch of bumpkins. And I see you in the next one.